The Wellness Show, episode number 333.
Welcome to The Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyhson Banighen, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more. All right, we're now live on Facebook, and this is The Wellness Show on health, wealth, and enlightenment. And I'm here with you for the next hour with my co-host, Laura Kuhl, the fourth generation psychic. And I'm also psychic, and I'm also empathic and a shaman. So we're here to answer all your questions around this extraordinary time on planet Earth, the prison planet. Somebody's unlocking the gate. Somebody's letting us free. And so what does this mean in this time of change and transformation? Tune in and let's find out. So welcome to the show, everybody. Conspiracy theories flying right, left, and center. I'm getting so many messages and emails and pay attention to this and pay attention to that. And we do know for sure that something big is about to happen. We do know that. We can feel it in our bones. In fact, we've incarnated for this time. So part of us is hoping that it's big, and we're hoping that it's going to be over soon. And the change that we're going to see is a brand new world, or even maybe heaven on earth. But we don't know how that's going to happen because, well, we just don't know. But we know we're in the midst of it, and we know that we're never going to go back to the way it was. But what it can be really depends on us. And why does it depend on us? Because when I tuned in, I understand that there's multiple timelines all running simultaneously, and the one that's going to manifest into reality is the one we focus on. So collectively, if you want this to be a better world, if you want this to be heaven on earth, and if you want all of those that are trying to control the planet for their own nefarious reasons, you want them all arrested, then I want you to focus on that timeline, because that timeline will manifest. And just focusing into that, one of the probabilities, it's been climbing in the last 24 hours. We're now at 60%. So if you want to join this, and focus on the fact that we want to need a planetary cleanup. So all those that do not abide by the law, which is do no harm, which is universal law, trumps all man-made laws, and those that do not abide by the most benevolent outcome from all concerned, be arrested, or terminated, or however you want to put it, or cease to exist, or back off, or go home, or you can't play in the sandbox anymore. I don't care how we do it. We want to do it benevolently, but stop. Just stop it already, because this is our planet. And by the way, it's our divine right to be in control of our own lives. So yay for sovereignty. And so if you're in fear, our job is to help you get out of fear. If you're having nightmares, our job is to help you not have nightmares. Mm-hmm. If you're feeling that there's voices in your head, our job is to tell you that those voices are not your voices, that help you remember who you are, why you're here, why you incarnated, why you need to link arms with those of like-minded people, and why you're the vanguard for the change and transformation on this planet. So stay tuned. This is your show. Phone in and ask your questions. Got any questions out there?
All we have is I can see you both live here, and good morning. We have, I want to say hello to, good morning to Sandy, Linda, Eduardo, Matt, Michelle, and Woody, and there's some more people on Facebook I can't see quite yet. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. So, so I said I wasn't going to say these conspiracy things, but I just said them. My little message on Facebook this morning was, if the lights are turned off, turn on your inner light. Actually, it said it the other way around. I said, turn on your inner light if the lights go off. That's a coded message. Be prepared. Okay.
Coded. You're slick.
Well, that's what Q does. Q always sends coded messages that you go down the rabbit hole, you connect the dots together and figure out what's right for you, what in all this stuff that you're receiving, what is true for you in your world. So that's what we want you to do. That's why we teach you how to dowse, why you want you to muscle test or body sway. What
Yeah.
are all this deluge of information about who's doing what to whom and what is this all about? Or can we trust President Trump and whose side is he on and what's going on? And is Q right? And is it conspiracy A, B, C, D, or E right? We want you to tune in and get clear guidance. And somebody's trying to get hold of me, so I guess I better answer the phone.
Let's see who's there.
Hello, this is Tyhson Banighen, and you are on the Wellness Show.
Hello.
And who am I talking to?
Oh, hi. This is Linda Aronson. I had a kind of a method that I use about dreams that I found really helpful. I thought maybe your viewers would find it helpful as well.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Well, I was having sort of nightmares, bad dreams about a month ago. And so before I went to sleep, I would program my dreams, and I would be very specific about what I would create and what I would accept, and what I would not tolerate. And so far, it's been working.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. It's your life, and you're the sovereign human being. And so when you say these are only the dreams that I'm going to accept, and only that if I'm on the night shift and you keep me busy, I want to wake up refreshed and renewed to get through my day, because I'm inhabiting on the third dimension and I got to operate here, but if you need to use me on the other dimensions. So that's brilliant. Way to go. So yeah, let's tell our listeners, you tell the universe what you're prepared to do or not to do. You put the job description out there and say, I'm willing to do the work, but these are the conditions, right? So
Right, exactly.
So I have a question, because I don't, and I've never been able to program my own dreams. How does one do that?
Before you go to sleep.
So
What?
right before I go, when I'm in bed and my day is completely done, and I'm kind of getting into that alpha state, brain state, I say my name, and I say, I am open to creating dreams, and I'm very specific, that involve beauty, unconditional love, happiness, joy, harmony, inclusion, and I have my list.
Okay.
And then I say, I am not open or willing to experience a miscreated dream, which is fear, frustration, anger, violence, non-beauty or ugliness, exclusion, grief, those kinds of things. All those what we think of as lower vibration, lower frequency, emotional states. So
I love that.
So far it's worked.
I have another idea that, well, how about if any of that stream of the lower vibration comes your way, that you immediately transform it into higher vibrational dreams, so you're not blocking any energy coming out, you're just transmuting it and upscaling it. That means you're going to clear every level that's coming at you and put it into the light. How about that?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
All right. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I hope that's helpful.
Oh, that is helpful. I got Laura's just smiling like crazy. She got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've never been able to do that, so I'm going to try it.
So thank you.
Although I will say that one of my dreams, or a few of my dreams, have been kind of prophetic, where there was like a plane that crashed, and so I'm wondering if this would, Tyhson, do you think it would stop those kind of dreams from coming forward?
No, what I just said was that I'm willing to accept any dream from any stream of consciousness, but I'm going to transmute it into higher level intelligence, right? Bring it into, I mean, I'm going to be silly, but bring it into lollipops and rainbows. I don't mean that. But you know what I mean? I'm going to upscale it, right? Yeah. And puppy dogs. I'm going to upscale it and transmute it. So what I'm saying is throw any, and by the way, this would be, what you're doing is brilliant, because I would say if you got voices in your head, I would use the same technique. I'd say, all right, you project voices in my head, and any voice that's coming into my head that is not of mine, I'm going to transmute it into pure divine light and use it to raise my consciousness. So now you're not fighting anything or trying to push anything away or trying to create a barrier around yourself. You're just saying all energy is greatly appreciated, but it's going to be transmuted into pure divine light.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I'm not a lucid dreamer, but I remember one time I have a phobia of, I don't like being in elevators, so it's claustrophobia. And so I had a dream I was stuck in an elevator, and I thought, oh my God, this is like my real night. This is a terrible nightmare. And the thought came to me, just change your mind.
Absolutely. And the other thing,
I found myself in a whole different thing. So
great.
That was helpful.
And also you could say, oh, I'm trapped in the elevator. I'll just fly through the ceiling, or I'm going to walk through the wall.
Right.
Because you're in the other.
I've been able to do that. I've never been able to do that.
Well, look, when you're, if you're flying in a dream and you try and move your physical body, you can, and it gets scary. So then you think, oh, if I just roll to the left, oh yeah, I'm going to fly to the left. If I roll to the right, I'm going to fly. Oh, if I put my chin up, I'm going up. And it works. So the thing is, you're not in the physical plane, so stop trying to use the physical laws to operate on the other dimensions. It's all in your mind. You think where you want to go, and you're there. So
Right.
if you're trapped in the elevator is not real. The elevator is a mind construct. And so you can walk through the walls, you can go through the float out the top, you can whatever, right? And which is, by the way,
open, yeah. Magic is like open, what does it say? Open sesame or something like that?
exactly.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's no different on this plane either. We think that this is physicality and we can't do what we're
Right.
doing in the dreams. But guess what? We can.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna try this, kids.
Woo, 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 woo.
Okay, well,
Okay.
on with your program. Thank you so much. I've been watching it pretty regularly, and I love it. So
All right, thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks for
Thank
the
you for
thumbs up,
phoning in.
Linda.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So there you have dreams. Walking through wall technology. Okay. Well, that was a good one. We have 2 participants with raised hands. So who's out there who wants to have a voice?
Well, Linda she called in, and then Sandy would like to chat. So if you want to undo Sandy.
All right, just a minute here. All right, so Sandy, you're allowed to talk. So there you are. So you've got you have to turn your speaker on. Sandy, come in. Earth to Sandy. There you are.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. We're having a good show already. We're already dreaming and lucid dreaming and walking through walls.
I noticed that. I was here before you even came on live, and I loved it.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you were.
Did you get to hear our bantering back and forth in the morning?
Oh, yes, but I love it. It's great.
Getting ourselves ready with the technology is like trying to tame the beast that doesn't want to be tamed.
I put a lot of messages out there for the people to watch this and how much they're going to learn from it and enjoy it. I said it'll give you a chance to laugh because they love to laugh.
Yeah,
We love your laughter.
Yeah, Laura cracks me up.
Well, it keeps everybody's immune system up when you're laughing. So that's
absolutely right. So do you have a big fat question for us this morning?
Nope. I really
Okay,
don't.
great.
I just wanted to say hi and how are you doing? And we're all here watching, listening, looking, and enjoying every moment of it. We're very grateful that you're on.
Good.
Thank you for phoning in. And yeah, there's so much joy in my life right now. The only time I get scared and want to pee my pants is when I watch the news, and I only let myself watch the news once a day because it's way too scary stuff.
Oh, you heard the latest then.
Yeah. So, but I think there's big change afoot. And so I'm pretty excited by that. And we just got some cover for our garden, which means we don't have to weed it.
Oh, wonderful.
Our seeds. And I've got copies of this. I'm just going to hold this up. I've talked about this before. I've got copies. I don't know what the prices are yet. They're going to be in the store. This is how to plant, how to order seeds. I checked with her. The seeds are ready to ship anywhere on the planet. They're open seed pollinated seeds that'll go anywhere.
What's the name of the book, hon?
Here with all the moon cycles of when to plant and how to plant. Okay, so that's going to be available at 50% off.
Oh,
and
that
also the calendar is available too. This is a calendar, and I know we're behind schedule because we're partway through the year, but this is also half price. And yes, it's all related to, you know, what's happening in my community, but it becomes a sample of what we can do in the future for your community. In other words, we can give credit to everybody involved in food security in your region.
Nice.
And here it tells you when to plant, how to plant according to the moon cycle.
Oh,
when
that's
the seeds
beautiful.
are due. It's just loaded with information. And we're going to bring her out to our garden, and we're going to film her as she helps us do our garden.
I
Okay?
can't wait
Yes.
for that
And we're going
episode.
to do social distancing and all the rest of it and behave ourselves. But she's going to teach us how to do the garden. So
That's fantastic. My daughter was out there cleaning out my flower beds and the garden area yesterday.
Yep.
She's
That's
not
good.
working, so she's taken advantage of the time to do that.
great. And so I know that we're on a live show, but is your relationship with your daughter improving?
Yes.
Good. Well done. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, do the work, get the results, eh?
Oh, yes, it does. I love that deep clearing
Yeah.
protocol.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about the deep cleaning protocol. How long have you been doing it, Sandy?
Well, I have to keep redoing it because occasionally I don't get it done on a day, and that means I have to start all over again. So
Yeah.
that just makes me work a little harder to make sure that I get it done. My
Wow.
dog sits there and listens and loves every moment of it.
Yeah, your dog is really quite amazing, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so I'm glad that things are shifting in your house because believe me, they were not nice.
No.
I found it really scary to be inside your house with you. So I'm glad that's changing because yeah, something needed to change there really quickly. So thank
Yes.
you for doing the work, and thank you for helping all the people in your network, helping them stay in their heart. And thank you for joining the Master Light program. And we're going to get you up and running, your business up and running. And for people out there though who think that you have a very young voice, tell them how old you are.
I'm 84.
That's right. She's 84 and she's going to kick butt and change the world. So,
Well, no, wait. I'll
Absolutely.
be 84 in a month.
oh, well, there, excuse me. You didn't want to make you older than you actually are. All right. So if she can, at 84, kick butt, help people go clear, and make her family understand that there's a better way to interrelate, then you too can do it. Right, Sandy?
That's right. By God.
Absolutely. So don't mess with Sandy. But if you need some help to clear, Sandy can get on your butt and help you be the best that you can be.
We're really doing a lot of work with all the people all over the world, that relatives and friends and many people have been calling about the protocol for the coronavirus
Yeah.
radionics numbers.
Yeah.
And it really has been fantastic. And also the Sangiovese water, the tonic water.
Yeah.
Because it already automatically has something in there to protect you for the coronavirus,
Absolutely.
as well
Absolutely.
as a multitude of other things.
Yeah, beware of what you're saying on the show because, we're not doctors and we're not doing prescriptions and we're not saying that this could cure anything. But we can say, and we
It is
we
protecting
know
you.
that we could help you raise your vibrational level, get you out of stress and duress, calm you down, and we know that will boost your immune system. We know with an immune system, even if immune system that is fully alive and functional, that if you did get the virus, you would move through it very quickly. So we do know that as a truth.
Yes.
So we're not saying that what we're doing is going to give you the cure. We can't cure you from the coronavirus, but we can certainly make it an easier pathway through it, or
Much easier.
even get you on your toes so you don't get it in the first place. So,
That's right.
all right. All right. Thank you for showing up, Sandy. And we got some other hands up here. There's somebody called Linda. We talked to her, right? Great. And we have Michael who would like to talk to us right now. So we're going to bring Michael on.
Thank you. Have a wonderful time.
Yeah, thank you very much. And don't forget, you can raise your hand again.
Okay.
All right, so we got Michael. Hi, Michael. Can you hear us? Okay. Michael, we are allowing you to talk, so if you're ready to talk, here he is. Hi, Michael.
Bigger dicks in my butthole.
We need to remove him.
My booty cheeks are itchy.
You gotta, yeah, thank you. You gotta, I was telling you no.
My balls itch.
I was telling you no, you gotta take him and that Michael off.
Okay.
Off.
You want Michael off?
Yes. Michael and
Michael. I'm Michael Jordan because I'm bald.
take him off. Just
Okay, Cameron.
thank you.
And who else?
No problem.
The second one down.
Niggers.
Please don't say that on ever. That is like, gosh.
All right.
Get him out. Thank you.
So
Sorry about that, folks.
So yeah, so you need to play nice in our sandbox. This is our sandbox. So if you don't play nice, we'll
Get
just
booted.
kick you and your toys out, and you can go play in somebody else's sandbox. So be nice on this show, okay? All right. Otherwise,
Okay.
you're gonna
Louis.
get booted off. Okay. So we got Linda. We dealt with Linda. We have Eduardo. He doesn't have his hand up. We have Matt. If you would like to say hello, or Michelle, or our one and only Oz. You can
Oz.
never say your name right.
We
Oh, and
call her Oz. She's
Oz.
the Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
anybody who
Louis.
wants to ask a question, please raise your hand or type it into the chat. And so, Laura, is there anybody out in Facebook land?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lewis says, I appreciate those codes because my mother-in-law had fainted and I received a call exactly when I was copying them and a miracle happened instantly.
Well,
I
great.
wish we knew what the miracle was, Lewis. Did it just like go away? But you let us know. And then I was talking to, we did a online or on the show healing with one of our guests a couple days ago, and remember the one with the teeth?
Mhm.
We were doing Harold. Yeah, his boy woke up with the next morning and he hadn't drooled all night.
Great. That's Crystal. Crystal's going to join us on the Dowsing and Energy Healing Master class.
Good.
She's the first graduate through the program. And I haven't talked to her for over a year or so because she's been very, very busy. So I'm glad to have her back in the program and meet everybody. And she's certified to be a coach under our umbrella. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, really. She's the first one through. And if you look at the program, you'll see that it's her testimonial that's there and what the program meant for her.
Awesome.
Yeah, we rescued her from the edge. Let's put it that way. We rescued her from the edge and helped her walk back into the light. And now she's helping other people. Okay?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And if she can do it, you can do it as well.
Yeah, is there anyone else
You were feeding it out there, Laura.
that wants to talk about it? Or yeah, my internet. Yeah.
So you're coming and
Sorry.
going and going and coming. So yeah, so the big changes afoot coming in. As I said, I'm getting all these conspiracy messages that I need to sort out by dowsing. So if you've got these messages coming at you, then please take the time to say, oh, that needs my attention, that doesn't need my attention, or whatever. The one thing I like about President Trump and his idea is false news is I wouldn't say it's false. I would say that we need to have discernment about what news we're going to pay attention to and douse on the 0 to 100 of the truth factor of what's being broadcast. Look, if it's true, and I have no reason not to believe that it's true, that 5G has the ability, in fact, this technology has been in place since the 70s where they could literally project they can project thoughts right into your head. And if you don't know who you are, and if you're not a sovereign human being, you'll think that it's voices in your own head. So that's why we want you to know the difference between your own inner guidance and something that's being projected on you. 5G will increase the ability to do that at the mass level, okay? So, I mean, really, and with what's happening with seeding the clouds with chemtrails, is that you can now do holographic projections onto the sky. We could have a UFO invasion of planet Earth, and therefore we need to activate the space troops and blah, 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 and we could put ourselves into Armageddon. Don't forget there's some crazy people out there that believe that the only way we can get through this is a Holocaust. So looking for the end of the world because Jesus is coming, or the Messiah is coming, or Muhammad's coming, or somebody's coming, or the UFOs or people are going to come. Guess what? Nobody's coming to rescue us. We're on this path alone, collectively. We're the ones that need to wake up. We're the ones that are going to save ourselves. Right, Puscott? Yeah. See? That's the Josie. She said, I need to be part of this show too.
So pretty.
Yeah, so that's Josie Kitty, and she's agreeing. She's on my lap, making sure that the show is carrying on. And we got Laura and her dog over there doing the same thing. So
yeah, he heard the kitty, and then he wanted to see the cat.
Okay, well, here's the kitty. There's the kitty. He says, what are you doing to me? See, there's the Puscott. There you are. There. She says, I have a dog in my house and I don't know what to do with this dog. He's visiting. I'm getting to know him all right. I'm not hiding downstairs anymore. So yeah, we're all learning how to live together. Cat with the dog with the cat, human with human. We're learning how to live in community. And you've got something coming in.
Yes. So I asked what miracle happened instantly from Lewis, and he said his mother couldn't remember the dates and address when the paramedics were asking her. Then I called and spoke to her, and the medics said immediately recited correctly, as I instructed her to be cooperative with them. Because of her refusal to go, we believe we saved her life at 92 years old because they said she wouldn't come back home.
Wow, scary. Right. So yeah, so let's do an energy clearing for all of the seniors' homes right across the planet. Let's do that, okay?
Let's do that.
Okay, so let's do this. All right, so here we go. So I, Tyhson Banighen, I'm spinning my pendulum counterclockwise. So if you have a pendulum, then use a pendulum. If you got an index finger, and everybody has, don't raise it like this. We want you to spin it. Well, you can raise it like this, but turn it over and spin it counterclockwise after you raise it like this, okay?
Okay.
So this is what we don't want, and this is what we do want, okay? Go counterclockwise and clear. So here goes. So I, Tyhson Banighen, in my holy name, I am presence with assistant divine mother, divine father, greater God, and all that is, undertake a clearing of all non-beneficial energies, some of which are called COVID-19, and we clear throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known and unknown. And we clear the matriarchal, patriarchal lineages of everybody on planet Earth, the whole soul family, star family, and family of origin. And in particular, we want to clear all of the old folks in all the nation states around the world. We want to protect and honor our lineages and our ancestors and those that came before us by having filial piety for our seniors and respecting them for the wisdom that they brought and the suffering and knowledge that they brought to us. And we need to stop treating them like chattel and parking them in senior citizens' homes like a garage for them to die. We need to smarten up. Every indigenous culture on the planet honors their elders, of those that have wisdom, and they are the ones that have the strongest voice in the community. And what do? We put them in an old fake folks home, have people take care of them when we should be doing it on our own. So I know we're busy people, but in the new world that we're creating, please take care of your seniors. Take care of your seniors. Take care of your seniors. Because they're, except for the grace of God, go you. You will be in one of those senior centers. And I don't wish that on anybody. So let's transform all that. Let's bring light and love and passion. Thank you to all the staff that are working there. Please be safe. Please try and bring more people on there to keep everybody safe and sound. And if you have a senior there, and if you can get that senior out of there and bring them home, I highly recommend you do it as soon as possible. So I clear this throughout all time, space, and dimension through the multidimensional levels of reality, and I hereby declare it so in my holy name, so be it, it is done. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is really important. If we go to Confucius, if we go to some of the lineages of the greatest philosophers and religious people on the planet, they say you must honor your relatives. You must honor your lineage. It's called filial piety. Okay? And if you don't, then you don't respect your lineage, and therefore you are really creating a difficult problem for yourself. Where the most growth and the most challenges are in your own home, right?
Right.
And you're being forced at this time to live in your own home with your own family, right? And you're being forced to learn how to get along with each other. If you can't live with your family, which pushes all your buttons, if you can't, like the clients I work with, I said to one of my clients this recently, and I know this is difficult because you had a really difficult relationship with your mother, but I know in my heart of heart, when you get into crisis, you sound just like your mother, right? She says, yes. And you said that you would never, ever, ever do that. You promised yourself that you would never, ever be like your mom, right? And she said, yes. And I said, well, guess what? You are like your mom. So let's go back and clear out that lineage, that trauma, so you don't ever repeat what your mom was doing, because it's in her generation, and I doubt where it went back 30 generations. Wow. So I said, guess what? You put up your hand and you said, I'll incarnate to clean up this lineage. Here you are. Now you know it. So are you ready to do the work? Yes or no? Do you want to do this now or not?
Yeah.
She said, yeah. So I said, let's do this. Let's clean this up. And let's dance in the sun, because this is sort of humorous once we got this figured out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't need to be like your mom. You want to clean your mom up. So look, when you do the work, and oh shit, there's more evidence that Sarah read in an article about when we do the dowsing and clearing, the numbers are astronomical of what the clearing is. Actually, it's in, she was reading last night, Power versus Force, which is by the same author as Letting Go. And in Power versus Force, he was saying, as you raise yourself on the scale, he uses a scale of 0 of being literally not even consciously awake to 1,000 being enlightened. But every time he says you jump a level, you are balancing out hundreds of thousands of souls at the lower level. So it's like a geometrical progression. So every time you raise your energy level, you're raising the planetary level on a huge, like you go up one level, thousands and thousands of people go up with you. Yeah. So I've been told by other people that, you know, when you go through to the light, there are going to be thousands of people riding on your coattails. Well, it's not just true for me. It's true for everybody here listening to the show and everybody out there, that when you do the work, you're doing the work not just for you, you're doing it for your lineage. And as we said, you're going 7 generations forward and 6 generations back. You're at 42,500 souls. When you do the work of going clear, they go clear. And when you're clearing up 60,000 years of incarnations to get you to this point on this planet, at this time you had to work lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to be here, to wake up, to even listen to this show. Congratulations, you made it. And now that you're here and now you're going to clear, you're clearing all that. So now all you mathematicians out there, and I've said it before, and I don't do the math, take 60,000 years, 60,000 incarnations, what the average maybe of a incarnation is what? Let's say some of us died early. Maybe it's 40. So take 40 times 60,000, right? Mm-hmm. Times 64,500. Multiply that all together, and that's how many lifetimes that you personally are clearing in souls, right? But don't forget, in every one of those incarnations, you were clearing 64,000 at that time too. So really it's every 60,000 times 64,000. You're getting where I'm going? Every lifetime you were doing that. So now we're into the trillions and the billions. So never doubt that the work that you're doing in clearing yourself, in taking back your sovereign truth and standing in the light no matter what, is helping civilization in your lineage. This is really important to understand. The power in your own hands is astronomical. All right, I'm off my soapbox. That's what I wanted to say for this morning. It just came through, blah, 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 blah. So if you have any questions about that, then let me know. Yeah, do the work, get the results. Change the world.
We do have another question.
Okay, great.
Aliyah says, Tyhson Banighen, just saw your status about if the lights go out, turn the inner light on. Do you expect an outage?
Good question. Yeah. Well, it depends on which conspiracy theory you want to agree with. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Laura, you had trouble with your internet this morning. And maybe it's a precursor. We don't know. But we do know that whenever there's been a crisis, that, you know, like we know that New York's lights went off, right? We know that when there's a crisis, the power can go out. We just know that. And we know that the power system on the planet is very vulnerable. Why is it vulnerable? Because, well, it's really quite simple. Because the power system on the planet we created is abusive to the planet. It's abusive to life. It's abusive to humans. It was created for one purpose only, to make a hell of a lot of money. It was another enslavement technique. Yeah. Look, Nikola Tesla created the ability to have light in your backyard, free energy that you never, ever had to pay for. And what did Edison do? Said, oh, no, I can't make money off of that. Let's do it this way. Let's cut all these trees down and stick them in the ground and string all these wires all over the place. Let's make a neural network of electronic fencing to, anyway, you know where I'm going.
And then they said that he fell in love with a pigeon and made him outright crazy, which I beg to differ. I don't believe Tesla was at all crazy. I think he was a complete genius. I have a friend of mine, and I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want anyone to stop him, but he's taking all of Tesla's stuff and he's actually making it he's actually doing it. It's coming to flourish, and the kid is a genius, and I'm so
we have many
proud of him.
They're all over the planet. I got to go to school with one here. He's passed on, who was working with Tesla's stuff, and I've seen it actually work.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we were talking about that young man in Africa. I can't remember which country it was. I think it's Kenya, that invented both a helicopter and a car that runs on no energy whatsoever. It takes electrical impulses out of the air, puts it in the motor, and they're beautiful designs, right? And so all the technology to make this heaven on earth, if we learn how to get along with each other, is already here. Believe me, it's already here, right?
Right. Well, if we could get the whole world to do the deep clean protocol, we'd all get along.
What do you think that COVID virus 19 is?
Yeah, getting us all along, right?
The deep clearing protocol. It's saying, if you're not in harmony with Mother Earth and your own body, your consequences, right? If you didn't take care of your immune system, if you're eating crappy food, if you're not being highly conscious, if you didn't take care of your body and the body of Mother Earth, you're going down the tube.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's not funny, but it is like, it's such truth. And I have to be joyful about the truth.
Yeah, and apologize for all those people that did know and thought that eating cornflakes every morning and doing, and doing what is it and when you go to McDonald's and they say double it or triple me, or what did they say?
I don't know. I haven't been to the doctor in 20 years. I haven't been to McDonald's.
Double the fries or whatever it is.
No, so, I don't know.
So whatever you're doing that way, please stop doing it, right?
Yeah. I know Super Size Me was a good movie.
Yeah, that Super Size Me. That's the word I was looking for. Stop
Oh, okay.
supersizing yourself, right?
Right.
No more supersizing.
No.
So that, all that is killing you by taking your immune system down, and the COVID virus comes along. So, oh, these people want off the planet. Oh, that's
and if everybody understood that eating really well and taking care of yourself actually makes you not age, it makes you go backwards. Because I was talking to a friend last night, and Tyhson, I asked him, well, how old do you think Tyhson is? And he said in his early 60s, maybe 60, 61. And I said, no, wrong.
I'm just a young pup.
I know, you're just a baby.
That's right.
And we just keep getting younger and younger and younger. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason that you can't be healthy, vital, and fully alive. So we encourage you to do that. And there'll be more and more products and services on the wellness store to help you get there.
Well, tell us about some of those.
Well, I took it off this morning. Do I have one really handy here? I took it off to take my shower and I forgot to put it on. But I make bracelets. They were made by John Living, and so they're wound copper, and you wear them, and it helps your immune system deal with viruses. Well, it helps you.
What about? Do you know anything about homemade deodorant? Do you have anything for that?
Well, I buy the rock salt type deodorant from the store, but I'll tell you what: if you don't eat garlic and onions, you don't smell.
Oh, but that can't happen.
If you don't,
that cannot happen.
I'm gonna say it again. If you don't eat garlic and onions, you don't smell. Did you get it?
I did, but I can't do that. So what can I put on?
If you don't eat garlic and onions, you don't smell. There's a subtle message in that. Okay.
I don't know what subtle is, because it's not going to happen.
Okay, well, if it's not going to happen, then I can guarantee you that you're not doing nice things to yourself.
Garlics and onions, seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't eat garlic and onion.
Well, garlic is really good as a medicinal, but what it does is it goes across the blood-brain barrier. It affects your brain. It literally, I can send you the information. It is really, I mean, in the Tao, we don't do garlic or onions. In Buddhism, you don't do the 5 pungents. Why? Because they take you and boost your energy up. And if you actually go off garlic and onions for a month or so, you will find that you are much more peaceful. Your anger will go down, your resentment will go down, your ability to stay out of conflict will go down, and then if you come back on garlic and onions, your body will say, "Argh!" Like if I just eat even crackers with garlic and onions, and I know immediately. Why? Because my body is so sensitized to it, right? That it doesn't want it anymore. Now look, garlic and onions, if you're eating meat, is necessary because it kills the parasites. It creates that inner fire that kills the parasites, so it's valuable that way. But, in Chinese culture, if we were going to go to war, we just feed everybody garlic and onions. It gets them all hyped up, gets their blood boiling, and away they go, right? They want to kill.
No, I'm going to tell you, to be honest, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Very few people on the planet know this. You're breaking up.
Was an acupuncturist. He would come in with it.
Say that again. You are breaking up. You never knew that, and you've never heard of this before, and then you broke up.
I've never heard of it before.
Right.
My very first teacher would come in smelling a garlic, and I would tell him, I was like, I can smell garlic. And he's like, oh, I ate cloves raw this morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you what I know, and we've done a lot of research around it. And the more that I know about it, the more, like when I started to do the Tao and it says, don't eat garlic and onion, I said, wow, that's crazy. I'm going to do it anyway. And then, because I'm a stubborn guy, right? I got to figure it out on my own.
Well, I just never heard it.
My buddy who went into the Tao was even more stuck. He said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And then he decided to take himself off of garlic and onions, and then he put himself back on and he monitored what was happening. He's
Okay.
actually worked with clients where they were breaking up their marriage because he was falling in love with a younger woman, and this other guy was, and the family was, he has a tight-knit family with children and everything, but he had all this lust going on. So he met with him and he said, so what's been happening different in your life in the last period of time? And he said, have you been eating more garlic and onions? He said, yes. He said, well, stop it. It's increasing your lust. Back off in the garlic and onions. And he did, and he realized what he was doing in his relationship. It puts you into hyper mode. Right.
That is so, okay. All right.
Okay, I didn't mean to go here, but the truth has to be revealed, and I know that it sounds like crazy, but yeah, try it for yourself.
I will.
I mean, there's other things that I'm trying to remember her name off the top of my, but there's 3 basic things that really, really are addictive, and when she mentions this, she doesn't include garlic and onions. But here's what she says when it comes to being able to deal with wheat, right? A lot of people have an allergy to wheat. Is back off of wheat for 3 months. Don't eat anything with wheat, then come back on and see what your body says, right?
Yeah, well, I haven't been on wheat. I get that. Yeah.
Okay, and the other one is sugar.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the other one is, but that's the same technique. Back off on garlic for 3 months, come back on it and see what it's like.
So Michelle Montgomery has her hand raised. Should we ask her what?
Absolutely, we are going to allow her to talk. There you are.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So that is really interesting about the garlic and onion. But that aside, so I've been saying since I was about 32 that we were headed towards another Holocaust. And those people, it just baffles me that these people even think that that's what we need to do. Can we do a clearing or something to, counteract that? Their thought on that and what have you?
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think that, like all these timelines are running. And, when it comes to the universe, the universe, unfortunately, the universe has no judgment of good, bad, or ugly. The dominant frequency always wins. So it's that timeline that we need to have a Holocaust in order to, or we need to, what's the other word? Holocaust. We need to have a rapture. That's the word. We need
Rapture.
a rapture, right?
Right.
And then it's going to happen in Jerusalem, right? That there's going to be a holy war. It's going to be a Third World War, and then Jesus will appear. Well, I don't know about you, but I've done an awful lot of work on the vortex energy in Jerusalem to reverse the energy of that vortex, so it brings it through the light. So in other words, like reversing the energy. I don't know why I'm getting this. It's like the belly button, right? If the belly button energy is reversed, then it's giving energy out rather than keeping energy in. So if you have a vortex on the planet that's reversed, then it's trapping people rather than liberating them. It's okay. So they've been misusing the whole huge vortex on the planet of Jerusalem to bind people down. Okay, that being said, to go back to what you're saying, yeah, we can clear all that. Absolutely. According to the law of one, do no harm, it trumps all universal. It is a universal law, trumps all man-made law. And therefore, if you take that into the Court of Atonement and run it, it trumps everything. So it would go something like that if we did it at a Court of Atonement. So you can help me because the words are already with you. So how would it go? So I, Tyhson Banighen, in my I am presence, hereby call a full Court of Atonement. And what are we going to do there?
A full Court of Atonement to.
Like,
I'm sorry.
What do you want to clear out?
No, she doesn't want to really clear anything. She just wants to bring it to resolution, right?
Yeah, to stop all the negative thinking and
to take.
That's what.
All right, so we pull a full Court of Atonement, and we call all beings who do not abide by the law of one and do not have the most benevolent outcome for humanity as their principal modus operandi. to a full court of atonement, to have a full reconciliation according to those laws, so that all false beliefs, including that of the rapture, what are some of the other ones? Holocaust,
The Holocaust, yeah.
end of the world, enslavement of the world,
Armageddon.
the misuse of Armageddon, the misuse of 5G and the electronic fence, the use of any concept of the matrix or bindage of souls or beings. What else?
Yeah.
Did we get everything?
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse. Anything else?
More
Okay.
positive.
I can't think of
And
anything.
we transmute that all into pure divine light for the evolution of consciousness on planet Earth, to bring about harmony between all species of all life forces, and to allow us to present our credentials of
Yeah.
world peace to the International Galactic Federation of Light. Okay?
Okay.
So we can join the light beings, the intergalactic light beings in peace. And I hereby declare it so in my holy name. So be it, it is done. Thank you. So thank
Amen.
you for that. That was a brilliant idea. And I did have a dream, by the way, and it was, I was told that we could go into a past life regression. And she also said you could do a future life regression. So I did this, and I found myself jumping to the future. And what I'm about to say, I'm not saying this from ego. I'm just going to say what happened. I was part of the International Earth Delegation that presented the credentials to the International Federation of Light Beings, or the Galactic Federations, that was peace on planet Earth. Now, personally, I don't care if that was me or Tom or Dick or Harry or whoever. It's not me that's relevant. It's relevant that we actually were able to do that in one timeline. That is a possibility that can be manifested into this reality right here, right now. Okay?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
thank you for COVID-19 for waking us up and saying, if you don't agree by these new rules of the planet, you can't stay here. You're gone. You can reincarnate with a new body. There's no judgment, we're not being mean to you. It's just that you didn't understand the rules of the game. And therefore we need you to recycle, go through dirty diapers, and come back and play it again. It's just that simple. So thank you for that. That was a really good statement. We should write that one out, and we should spread it as far and wide as we possibly can. Because if we do that, if we collectively do that, we will change the planetary timelines of reality, which is, by the way, coming up the workshop on Friday at 10 a.m. We're going to be doing that. We're number 20 in the deep clearing protocol. We're going to go from 20 onward. We'll see how far we get. But what we want to go to is to this stage. What we just did now is how to do this, how to shift the timelines of the planet to create the timeline and manifest it into reality of the one that we want, according to the law of one, which is do no harm, the most benevolent outcome of all concerned. So the protocol that I helped create with the author of this book, and her name is Cindy Johnson, was to come up with a protocol to clear the planet of all the timelines of control, which make up what some people call the matrix. So join us in that workshop. It's $44. It's a continuation of the basic dowsing and energy course. And it's in the academy. Come and join us, and we'll see how far we get. And I think it means that we'll probably have a Friday class, 2-hour class every Friday. I got just too much I want to say, and you can't make me quiet. So there. So join us. Oh, here's the bracelet. So there's my bracelet. I make these. Okay. So it is wound copper, counterclockwise to clear. It's in plastic so that you can wear it. It clears the energy field, so it's pulling energy out. I also make them positive to bring divine energy in. So these are bracelet. I need to know how big your wrist is. Go over to www.thewellnessstore.ca to order yours. All right, here we are. Welcome to the Wellness Show. Hello, you're on the Wellness Show.
Hey, Tyson, it's Alia. Hi, Laura. How's everyone doing?
Hi, Alia. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi. So I was just listening on the show online, but I really felt called to call in and say that clearing into the court of atonement based on the law of one that you just did is massively imperative at this point in time, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And my struggle the last couple weeks is having one foot in the space of my enlightened fellow men and women such as yourself, so the awakened light warriors, but also having another foot in a space where I understand what the masses are going through, in that they are just awakening, for them, a lot of them for the most part, and this is a lot to handle. And I've always felt that my life's purpose was to somehow bridge that gap.
Absolutely.
And I feel very strongly that it's really important now more than ever to bridge that gap. And I'm kind of looking to you to maybe help and maybe discuss what kind of ways can we bridge that gap. And yes, everything you were talking about before, if the rest of us light workers are doing our work, they are indirectly affecting everyone else. But is there anything that we can do besides just, going live on Facebook? Is there like a mass calling, like tomorrow's mass meditation?
Yeah, there is a mass meditation coming up on 4/4. So on the 4th. So
sorry, after tomorrow.
Yeah, so there's a mass meditation coming up. They want to try to get millions of people on the planet involved. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll post it in the show notes so everybody on this show can join it. There's people all over the world that are doing this. So the image I have for you, which is the image that was given to me, and maybe if you just have the picture in your mind's eye, you'll be in the right place at the right time for it to happen. So I see myself. Do you know the tarot cards? Have you ever seen tarot cards?
Yes, I have tarot cards.
Okay, so the being with the lantern. I don't know who he is. Do you know the being with the lantern?
The hermit, or the
hermit.
The hermit. Okay, I'm the hermit. You're the hermit. We're at the crossroads. We have the light. Okay, we're holding the light. We're at the crossroads, a bifurcation of humanity. One's going one way, which is recycling, reincarnation, the 64,500-year cycle to get back to this. You can call it, some call it, the harvest, which is a scary word. I don't really like that word, but this is a culling of the wheat from the chaff that's in the Bible, right? There's two ways you can go. One, you're going off the planet and being recycled through dirty diapers and coming back to do whatever you need to do. The other one, you're going on a different dimensional level of planet Earth. Some call it terror. We don't care what you're going to call it. You're on the crossroads. You are on the portal between the two worlds. And you're there with the lantern. And you're saying, I've got the light. Can you see the light? And if somebody turns your way, I want you to cherry pick them. Because that person who's turning to the light understands what you're going to say. And you'll know that when you speak to the truth, they'll wake up. Okay, that's what I want you to imagine. So that means wherever you are, you will know through the light in that person's eye that something's going on, and you know that what you'll say the right thing at the right time to help them understand that there's another path. So keep it simple, but keep that image in your mind, and you'll always be at the right place at the right time.
Right.
Did that help?
Yes.
Okay, it did really help. That was a yeah. So what else do you need?
It does help, but here's my hesitancy, or the reason behind my hesitancy.
Okay, tell me.
If we just, as light workers, kind of look at those that are less awakened and I know you're not saying this, but if in the most extreme form say, too bad, you guys didn't wake up fast enough, then I just get, and getting this feeling that we've been here before, and this time we all have to ascend together.
Yeah, the more we can do that, it is a planetary wake up call. We've done this civilization by civilization, and by civilization, by the way, there's been hundreds of thousands. I don't know if there's hundreds of thousands, but there's been many, many civilizations that have gone through ascension on planet Earth. The Mayans were one of them. But this is the first global one. But there's always, like, you know, there's always those that are left behind because they're not ready. And while we want to have as many people join us as possible, we need to know that some are just not ready. And that's okay.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Nobody gets lost in this whole game of light and shadow. Everybody gets saved, whatever the heck that means, at some point, right? So it's just, you know, this is an opportune time now. And if you've done the work through lifetime after lifetime, you get it and you're here and you're awake. And if you're not, and you're nearly awake and we can help you be awake because we're in the right place at the right time to help you, then that's okay. And if you're not awake yet, then that's okay too. Like, we don't lose anybody in the long run.
We don't, no. And I believe that that's
really well put. Thank you. You really just kind of alleviated
stop being
anxiety on the whole thing.
Yeah, we can't. Look, the Bodhisattva vow that I've taken, and probably you've taken, and others on this call, is we will bring enlightenment to the triple world. I'm saying this, I'm getting shivers up my spine because this is such a huge commitment. It's unbelievable that anybody in their right mind, including me, which is probably not in his right mind, would make that commitment. I have said, the Bodhisattva vow, that I will reincarnate on this planet until every sentient being is enlightened. That means every being becomes the Buddha. But that's just not humans. That means everything on the planet is alive. So that means every animal is respected, every blade of grass is respected, all of it goes through to enlightenment. But not only on this dimension, I said that I would do on the dimension of heaven. So all the heavens that have been created, like, you know, there's a Christian heaven, you go to heaven, you're going to have the pearly gates and you're going to have it the way that you was in your mind. So, but it's a false reality until you wake up. I'm to clear all that. Not me, but all bodhisattvas. And not only that, we have to make the descent into hell, and we're going to clear that. So I have the triple worlds that I'm responsible for, everybody becoming the Buddha. Wow, like that's like, whoa, wait a minute here. This is hard enough to get my own shit together. And you're asking me to do all this other stuff? Well, this is way over the top. But guess what? I made that commitment, and I'm probably you did too. And the more that we can stand in the truth of that, the more we'll be guided to be in the right place at the right time to do this. It's not us doing it. It's us getting out of the way so the source consciousness, God, Buddha, I don't care what you're going to call it, flows through you to deliver this in a way that this can be brought about. We got to get the heck out of the way. This is, like you said, the ego mind can freak out over this. It's way too big. All right, I'm off my soapbox.
That's okay. And I don't want to take too much of your time, but I have a follow-up question.
All right, go for it. I love questions.
And this is more personal, but anytime that anything comes up with potential martial law type situation, that is when I personally lose my zen. It flies right out the window and my entire body becomes paralyzed. Is there anything that you can help me with in terms of clearing that? I'm pretty sure it's like from a past life of something similar. I actually did a past life regression the other day and found it to be in 1920 or 1940s Paris with the Nazis. And
I mean, look at this. We're very close to that energy. Look, people are reporting other people. Citizens are reporting people that are not doing social distancing. It's no different than Nazi Germany, right? Everybody thinks that they're doing this for the better good of humanity, but they're pointing fingers at each other, right? They're playing cops and robbers, right? And it's impossible for us at this time to know who is of the light and who is of the dark. So for what my concern or my interest is, let's clear the whole thing. Let's just clear everything. And if the cabal needs to be arrested, if the lights have to go out, if we need to go through whatever, then I'm to be the first person to welcome it all. So the thing is, stay out of fear, stay in your heart. And I said, if the lights go out, turn your inner light up, right? Stay in your heart. No matter what happens here, we're going to have a bumpy ride. Look, we can't, when you birth something, the divine feminine usually goes through a lot of altercation and pain. I'm not saying all births have to be that way. I mean, I've seen births where they're orgasmically beautiful, but I don't think Mother Earth is going to give us an orgasmic, beautiful birth. We're not going to have the water and the right temperature and the right, doula to assist. I think this is a pretty intense birth, and I don't think Mother really cares about whether she's going to groan and be in, prevail or in pain or suffering. And I don't think she's really worried if it's a bit bumpy for humans. She couldn't really give a whatever because she needs to go through this, right? And we can be there as energetic doulas for Mother Earth and say, go, Mother Earth, go, push, breathe, let's all breathe in harmony and help Mother Earth as she goes through these birth pains, and we'll make it a lot easier. So I think it could get a lot more bumpy before it gets better.
Right.
Agreed.
But
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So stay in the light, stay in the light.
Yeah.
I love that song. Stay in the light, stay in the light. Da, da, da. I can't get it the full time. Stay in the light. No, I can't get that.
I think it's staying alive, not
I
staying in
know,
the light.
I'm changing it to stay in the light. Well, okay? I can change any song I want. Stay in
You
the light.
can.
And it's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
So sing it. Stay in the light. I love those guys. The Bee Gees. Come on, let's sing it.
The Bee Gees.
Yeah.
The Bee Gees.
Okay.
Lots of mediums have been channeling the Bee Gees over the last month.
Hey, there's an amazing book out there that's written and that Sarah read, where all of the major musicians have had UFO experiences and have channeled their music directly from contact with alien beings. I mean, that sounds strange. That sounds like, what? But it's like one after another write about this, right?
Yeah.
And so it's all in one book about how they've had extraterrestrial contact, and that's where their words come from. So I could just change the words any way I want. So stay in the light, okay? And that's our theme song. But I need somebody to get Ray up there because I can't get up there with that falsetto.
Yeah, I know you get. How about we go to the top of the hour though? We're there.
We're there at the top of the hour. Thank you everybody for showing up. If you didn't get your questions answered, we're back tomorrow, same time, same place. And don't forget.
Right
What, Laura?
Right here. We're gonna be
right here. Yeah, right here. Same place, same station, 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow and Central time.
9 a.m. Wait a minute. No, 10 a.m. Central time. Isn't it 8 a.m.?
At 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Until then, be healthy, happy, and wise. See ya.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy located at thewellnessacademy.ca. To stay in touch, visit us at thewellnessshow.ca. And until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.